Hey there, welcome back to my channel. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name is Amber. If you are new here, welcome. I'm happy that you're here. I'm going to share something really simple today. I've been making lots of ephemera and just fun stuff for fall. Just been playing around with paints and paper. I'm going to have a video coming out with a bunch of I've been drawing a bunch of really cool things and playing around with my own embellishments and painted papers and just having some fun. So look out for that video. That's going to be coming real soon. But today I was playing around with fabric, and I thought I would still participate in the hashtag Ready Set Stash that is run by or hosted by Meg over at Chasing Retro. I know she's got a new sheet with some new items, but I thought I would just link this with her hashtag today. So I'm going to do the fabric tags. So what I got here is I had made some Halloween journals, and I still have 4 of them. If you are interested, there's a flip through. I'll link that video. And I had made these little coffee cups. And I actually thought they looked like mummy sleeping bags. That's why I added the little coffee here. Just kind of fun. I mean, you know, I'm play around with things. I experiment. I draw. You know, that's what it's all about. No perfection or anything here. I like to just kind of see what happens. So I made these and I played around with different scraps of fabric. So then I did that on some of these. So here's one. What I did was I just drew out some leaves. And then here I just used some different scraps of fabric and a rickrack for the stem. And then this one's kind of cool. So that was just using scraps of fabric. I didn't know if by using the scraps, if they really stood out, but I thought I would just show you how you could use these. I mean, it's super simple. You could just put these in a page, you know, add it as like a decoration. You could glue around it, add it as like a tuck spot. So I just thought these were really fun. I didn't put anything on the back of them. I did go around and sew all around those. You wouldn't have to sew, but you could put something on the back so you'd have some writing space, or you could write on here. But I usually like to back them up with some kind of recycled. I usually use some kind of chipboard or packaging from something. And then I made some coffee cups. I've been in the coffee cup making era here. It's like, you know, it's pumpkin slice. It's pumpkin spice time. I like pumpkin spice. Frappuccino, cappuccino, wappuccinos, whatever. So here is just doing some different scraps of fabric, and then I kind of just drew a little coffee in there with a little heart. So that was the scraps. Same thing, I did a little jack-o'-lantern. His smile here kind of blends in with that fabric. But yeah, just using different scraps. But then I thought I would just use a solid scrap or a solid piece of fabric, and I really like that. I think that kind of sticks out more. Could add that. And then I made this coffee one, and then I love this fabric that I found. And then I just added this like little raised pumpkin, drew the little coffee in there. And then here's the jack-o'-lantern, and I like the look of this one just using the solid fabric. And then just construction paper for the nose and a mouth and just a little stem. So I was just going to share with you how I did these. So I just drew out my my shapes and cut them out. This is just some white paper. You can use whatever you have. Here's a coffee mug. And what I did here is we're going to make, I've got this fabric. I just thought I would use this fabric. And I really like this fabric too. Both of these I got thrifting. I just cut down a small piece of fabric here. A lot of times I just rip the fabric. And then if you're not going to sew, I would use some heavier duty glue, whatever is your glue of preference. If you like Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fusion or whatever glue you like, tacky glue. I'm just going to use the glue stick here because I am going to sew around it. So I just did that, and then I just placed the fabric over it and pressed down. This is the easiest way I found. You want to make sure it covers the whole leaf there. And that just kind of gives it so it'll stick. So before I go to sew it. And then you're just going to fussy cut around it. I'm going to glue the stem down, even though I'm probably going to do the stem in a different color. And then I just go around with my scissors. These are not my fabric scissors. I do have some really nice fabric scissors, but I try not to use those even when I've kind of got glue on here, because I can see the glue. We all know fabric scissors, if you cut with paper, they dull the blade. So I'm just fussy cutting around. So I'm just curious to know what you guys have been working on. If you're working in a Halloween journal or a fall journal or just a daily journal, doing anything special in your journal for the fall. And are the leaves changing where you're at? Here in northern Michigan, they have started to really pop. I think we are reaching peak. I know the Upper Peninsula is in peak. I was up there last weekend. One of my favorite places in the entire world is to go up there. I love Lake Superior. I love Lake Michigan. Very, very blessed to live where I live. I actually enjoy it when it gets kind of gloomy and rainy and cloudy and windy. I like all seasons, but I do look forward to the fall. Okay, and so we have that. So that's interesting. I mean, that's kind of a crazy looking leaf. And I am going to sew around it because I do believe the sewing gives it a nice different dimension. I wonder about using a different color for the stem or a piece of rickrack. I think I'm going to add the rickrack there just to give the stem a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to sew around that. So I don't know, what do you prefer? I like the solid, but then I really do like the fabric scraps of the leaf. I think this one turned out pretty cool. So I will sew that one. All right. And let's do a coffee cup real quick. Let me see if I can find some different fabric. Okay, I've got this fabric that I got at the Dollar Tree that I showed in my haul with the candy corn. So let's make a candy corn coffee mug. Okay. All right, same thing. I'm just going to glue this down. Now the handle part is a little tricky. I'll just poke it through there. All right, just going to glue this down. Okay, got that glued down. And just going to cut around it. So this is a good way to use your fabric scraps up, and you could get creative and put a bunch of different fabrics on there. Yeah, these scissors are not that great. My fabric scissors would be better, but that's okay. We're not looking for perfection here. Okay, and then for the hole, I just sort of snipped it here. I just kind of cut around in here. You could use a utility knife too, X-Acto knife even, probably, if you wanted to do it that way. All right. Let's see. We can always fix it here. All right, let's see how that turned out. Okay. Oh, that's cute. That is super cute. And then what I did here was for the lip of the mug where you can draw in your coffee. This is why I'm not using my fabric scissors. You probably do that before you glue it down. I forgot about that part, but I'm just gonna go like this, around it a little bit, eyeballing everything. Oh, that's just perfect. Look at that. All right, and then what I did was I just took my marker. You could use a crayon. Okay, and then what I did here, I like the looks of this right here. So I'm just gonna draw a heart. This looks like, this is lighter. You're gonna have some lighter coffee. This is gonna be lots of cream in your coffee. And then I just marked around here. How's that looking there? All right. Maybe we'll give a little bit more, give a little bit of brown to it. A little darker. Let's little swirls in there. Okay, I like that. And then let's see. Let's, for the rim there, just to make it stick out a little bit, I think I'm gonna put some rickrack. Let's use green. All right. This, I got a little bit of a mess here. Making a mess, guys. All right, so I am going to take this over to my sewing machine and sew on the rickrack, sew around the leaf, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is how this one turned out. I think that turned out pretty cute. I might have used a little bit darker of coffee up there like this one, but I still think that like turned out really cute. And that's just all with one colored fabric. And then, yeah, you can just pop it in a page. That would look good there. Use it as a tuck spot. You know, you could use the pumpkin there. And then you could put a journaling card in there. So I thought that turned out really cute. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just take this, here's some just packaging from something. I try and save that and reuse it. I'll glue that down. And then I might put some paper on the back of this so you could write. So just so you have a little bit more security and just a little bit more thickness. So that is that one. Okay, and then here's the leaf. So I did add some more material, just too brown to me. So I like this blue material that I had. And then I just did add some down to the stem. So we have that leaf. You know, this one's a little bit more pointier. So they're all just different, but you know, that would be pretty there or there. And yeah, so here's just some fabric tags that you can make. Coffee cups. I mean, really, you could just make anything. And they don't have to be shaped like this. But if you were looking to make something fall and cozy, you know, pumpkin spice latte or a jack-o'-lantern, you could do that. So you could just gather your scraps of fabric and play around, guys. That's what I do is, oh, here's some more. We've got this one. I really do like how this one turned out. But that's just what I do. I just play around and have fun and just experiment and see what happens and see how it turns out. Well, thank you so much for watching. Go check out the hashtag Ready Set Stash. There's a lot of really cool ideas out there. I hope you guys find some time today to create some fall fun and that you get outside and enjoy the fall weather. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.